lot of people just pass the poison on, pass the germ on to their offspring. Every now and then, like you said, there's somebody that's immune to it or find some type of immunity to it and starts to heal themselves. That's how I view myself. I done hear all the thoughts that we just talked about. I done hear those thoughts. Like, how quote unquote black men think.
Yeah.
But it never made sense, and I was like in tune enough with myself to question why I did that. Why do I do this? There's no damn good reason to do this. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
Like, we just got to heal ourselves. We got to heal ourselves, and once you get yourself together, don't nobody want to be preached to, so we can't go that route. But if you make it sound real good and a good rhyme and well executed poem, people will start asking you questions.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
When they see the change in you, they'll start asking you questions. Then you're finna get preached to now because you just asked for it.
Right, right. And look, speaking of preaching, that was a very good segue because I wanted to ask you a question. Now, this might have some of my brothers and sisters a little bit uncomfortable, but this is the Sister Speak show, and this is what we do, and this is how we say it. How much does the black church mirror the plantation?
Oh, it's actually a working part of the plantation. It doesn't mirror it. It's a function of the plantation.
Oh yes, speak about it.
You go back, study your physical slavery days on the actual plantation, and then you find out what the job of the preacher was, the slave preacher. See, he got counsel from master. See, before the sermon. And if you saw that movie, 12 Years a Slave?
12 Years a Slave, mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm thinking,
Nat Turner.
Movie.
Nat Turner, mm-hmm.
He was going around propagating what the slave master wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. See, that's what a preacher's job is. A black preacher in America, and that's all I can really speak for because I've never lived anywhere else, but I'm pretty sure it's some parallels somewhere else, but the traditional black preacher in America, it's been refined and it sounds good and all that, but they don't really go against the system. As a matter of fact, a few years back, they started getting certain type of grants. It's called Faith-Based Initiative. Check them acronyms out. FBI.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole nother story. I act like I'm on stage. But,
you are.
I drop a little something wrong with it. But no, they serve. Oh man, I got so many pieces that cover this material that we talk, these subjects that we talk about. But what preachers do, their job is to misguide and mislead, and they get a handsome fee for doing it. And they get to be socially acceptable. They get tax exemptions and all that, as long as they keep people looking for something that ain't gonna never happen. See, if I want to con you,
yes.
And see, part of the con game, there's a certain part of it. I don't know if you're familiar with like street cons, like real cons.
Yes.
The closing part of a con is called the blow off. Then after I trim you for your money, the blow off is how I get rid of you without you becoming aware I just conned you. The blow off is so cold with the preacher move because the only way you can validate what he's telling you is you got to die.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cold con game. And it's supported by the system of white supremacy because it upholds and uplifts the system of white supremacy. Even though they put black Jesuses in the churches and all that, white supremacy allows that. Because it's so well refined, there's no harm to them. So the preacher is an agent. Now, on another note, to some degree, we're all agents of it because we all support it. Mm-hmm. Some shape, form, or fashion. Some of us support it by default because they don't know nothing else. We got to use this money. We go to these schools. We don't go to these schools, then we're going to be considered truant and out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the church and the preacher, they're a major function.
Yeah,
they keep people dull.
Right.
Thinking.
Right. And they also, and like you said, with them telling them what to say, they have the preachers teaching about a white Jesus, about Caesar Barjona, to be extremely exact. And our brothers and sisters, they want that white Jesus like Florida Evans wanted white Jesus on her wall on Good Times. Like, how dare you take down white Jesus? If you tell a brother or sister, look, Jesus is the Christ is not white. he's not. So if he's not, he's a brother. He's just not. He is not. And so, and I'm glad to have come into that knowledge. See, I was at one point, like you said, just because of generational traditions, just you go to church on Sunday, this is what you do. Go to Bible study, do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. But see, for me, because I was out when I was, I say maybe about age 18 to 21, I had a rebellious stage. So I was always out in the streets doing my thing, blah, 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 blah. And then one day my life turned around and I decided that, I'm going to quote unquote get back into the church. So for me, I thought I was doing something serious, okay, because I was tired of living a horrible life. And when I got into the quote unquote church, I met who I just came from. I met the world in the church. And there were some things that weren't adding up for me, because what I thought was supposed to be a place of refuge, a place of growth. And I'm not saying there weren't times that I felt like I was growing, but the overall environment, from me looking at it now that I've been removed from it and looking back, I can completely say that there is so much that is wrong. There is so much that is full of oppression, and that somebody got their, somebody has their hands in somebody's pockets. Somebody is.
Yeah, that's the game, man. That's part of the game.
And then you run across these pimpish preachers. They sleeping with some of the women in the congregation while they got a wife, or you got to deal with the hating and just all of the stuff. And then it's like they give you just a little bit, but you got to come back next Sunday for more. Look, I need to look. I
really need to get some of my videos to you, because all the stuff we talk about right now, it's like it's all in my pieces, right? But like on Instagram, you can only do a minute.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook?
Yeah. No, I'm not on I'm not on Facebook. I'm just on Instagram. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because the videos can be a little long on Facebook.
But are you
covering so much ground?
Are you on YouTube?
I am.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, I'll share some links.
Okay.
To some of my YouTube stuff, but my YouTube channel is El Hakim Ism. It's just my name with Ism on the end.
Okay, I'll subscribe.
El Hakim Ism.
I'll subscribe to it when we get off of when we finish with the show. I definitely want to check out those videos, but the thing about it is, when they only give you just a little bit and you got to come back, first of all, I need to eat every day, and I don't eat everybody's cooking. And so let me seek this knowledge for myself. Let me seek the truth for myself. And that's why I'm grateful for my husband, because he likes to seek the truth. And I'm grateful that he's been able to lead me to a place to where you can't just pull the wool over my eyes. I'm aware, I'm informed, and I have been delivered from a lot of things that I was doing that was just against me being a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things you can't help but walk into and blah, 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 because, this is where we live. But consciously, I have made a decision to where, I'm for my people, and I'm for being awake. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I wanted to point on as far as the church is concerned is, the reason why our people are in so much debt is because of tithes. Okay. I just got to put it out there. Y'all are going broke behind tithing because you're not aware of what the true meaning of tithes are, because you're supposed to be a farmer. Do you have the first fruits of your increase? Well, what is your increase? That's from you cultivating, harvesting, planting, and then you take the first fruit of your increase and you share it with the priest, and then you share it with the widows and the orphans, which is called true religion. So how is it that you are, you got to give your 10%, you got to give this, and then you go to the mall like, ooh, I got a parking space in the front. That's from me tithing. Sister, brother, you are delusional, and you're going broke while the church keeps its lights on.
That's the game. That's the game. That is just like on the plantation. The preacher got the hand-me-down top hat and the hand-me-down boots from the master.
Uh-huh.
Well, the money they get in the church now, that's the modern day refined equivalent of that. So, but I got this piece called Professional Pickpocket.
Oh, I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to hear.
The whole poem, every word in the poem starts with a P, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm talking about preachers. So
okay.
I'm gonna send some links to you, and so you can really see what's going on. Maybe we can talk again. But yeah, we on point together.
Oh yes,
I'm right there with you.
I'm glad. You know, and look, and I'm enjoying this conversation. See, I love it when I get to vibe out. Like, you know, this show has been moving, and I can't even tell that the time has passed because it is just really flowing. But what I do want you to do is, do you have a full piece that you do want to share?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's?
I'll just do what I started earlier, the CMAD.
Okay, let's finish that on out, because I know my brothers and sisters would love to hear it. So let's go ahead and hear that, and then after that, what I want you to do is share. Well, I'll probably ask you a couple more questions, but after that, I'm going to want you to share all of the links to all of your social media platforms, so you know everybody will be able to get in touch with you. But go ahead and let's hear CMAG.
Okay, CMAG. Young black man thinking in quicksand. With both hands, he's reaching for a rope. But what he don't realize is the other end of the rope is tied around his own people's throat. So he sits back and he watches them choke. He sits back, rides that Cadillac, and watches them choke. He sits back, rides that Cadillac, and counts his stack, and watches them choke. He sits back, rides that Cadillac, and counts his stack from selling crack and watches them smoke. Watches them choke, smoking that damn dope. Smoking that dope. That dope. Young brother told me, Hakim, living in America, being broke ain't no joke. I said, bruh, you either is killing off your own folk, participating in genocide just so you can ride, being an agent in chemical warfare, and you act like you don't care. You say you the man, but you selling yam for Uncle Sam. Well, I be damned. Niggas is still slaves digging their own graves by the way they money made. So, if you getting paid off your own people getting slayed, that means the whole community is getting played. Like Rise and Fly Spades, the whole community is getting played. Another brother told me, oh, Hakim, it ain't our fault that we sell dope. You know, the white man put the dope in the community to try to kill us off. We gonna let God get in for that. You know how they say in church, if you dig one ditch, you better dig two. I said, bruh, if you ain't digging no ditches, them ditches they digging probably getting dug for you. Now what you gonna do? You gonna help them folk kill me and you? You gonna help them folk kill me and you? There's a war going on. There's a war going on, and we gotta be strong. We gotta be strong, cause there's a war going on. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Oh, man, I messed up. Oh, yeah, I messed up. Hold on for a second. We're going to do another poem. I got a little too into that. You still there with me?
I'm with you. I'm holding on.
I straight messed it up. Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to go another route. But that was the intro to C-Man. I guess I ain't ready to do that one.
Well, we're going to give you a round of applause anyway, my brother, because
I got something even better.
There is a war going on for sure.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking, time for thinking ahead. Thinking ahead. Niggas better wake up. Niggas better stand up. Niggas better get up. Do y'all realize that collectively, as black men in America, we don't run anything? We ain't building no institutions. We ain't developing or implementing no educational curriculum. We ain't cultivating no natural resources from the earth. Our women and children have to depend on a whole other race of men for the essence of food and shelter. Niggas better wake the hell up. Niggas better get the hell up. Niggas better stand the hell up. It's a goddamn shame when a grown-ass man complains about a pain that he has to maintain when all he got to do is use his brain and make a change. That's a goddamn shame. What you so-called ballers gonna do when there ain't no more dope to sell? What you so-called gangsters gonna do when they build enough jail. Won't be no more making bail. Because right about now in America, if you're a black male, you work more to this system if you were housed in a jail cell. What y'all better do is pay close attention and be able to thoroughly recognize when you start hearing words like corporations, prisons, and privatize. Bear witness to the reinstitution of slavery, my brother. It's time to open your eyes. No more lies are to be accepted. From this point on, we have to lead with the principle of truth. How you going to allow yourself to be conned into believing that you can build a bridge to your future without first building the minds of your youth? No more time for weak compromises, because now it's time for a unified stand. Because for every one of our youth that gets destroyed in this country, the responsibility and the blood is really on our hands. I thought you was a man, nigga. Did you not hear the warner when he made his final call? You better stop letting your natural enemy choose your leaders, for that makes haste to your final fall. You should have seen me pumping my fist with millions of black men in Washington, D.C. on the Capitol Mall. It was my responsibility to join over 1 million brothers for the breaking of the mental bread, because I knew these so-called black men in my town was going to have excuses for not going or just straight up be scared. So I chose to be a delegate for the brothers that want to make a new start. This piece was inspired. It was written, and it is recited in the spirit of the Million Man March. It's a goddamn shame when a grown-ass man complains about a pain that he helps to maintain when all he got to do is use his brain and make a change. That's a goddamn shame. What you so-called pimps and players gonna do when these sisters begin to peep your game? When these sisters begin to realize that it's just a creative front for your disguised weakness and your poorly concealed inner pain, nigga, who do you really blame? Nigga, who do you really blame? Nigga, who do you really blame? Did some black female traumatize your thinking in your developmental years? You saying you don't love these hoes. I'm saying you just crying slick tears. What makes you not honor or protect that which brings forth future black life? You need to ask yourself that question next time you see the happy Caucasian husband with his thank-she happy black wife. It's a goddamn shame when a grown-ass man complain about a pain that he has to maintain when all he got to do is use his brain and make a change. That's a goddamn shame. What you so-called black men gonna do once you realize that we cannot build a strong, independent black nation until the black woman is properly protected and upon her proper elevation? Until the black woman is properly protected and upon her proper elevation. I'm talking to Christians, Muslims, and Masons. Because right about now, it don't matter what you choose for religion. What matters right now is that black folk make collectively conscious decisions. Because for too long, we've been pursuing someone else's watered-down dream. No disrespect to Martin Luther King, but if past and present situations indicate what the future brings, then the future don't look good. Because it ain't no love. It ain't no real brotherhood. That's why we had to meet, reconcile, and atone. Then bring that reconciliation and atonement back home and let it be known that since October 16, 1995, mentally I have continually developed, and spiritually I have definitely grown. That means the spirit of the Million Man March lives on. Not Farrakhan's speech, but the spirit of the Million Man March lives on inside of me. It's a goddamn shame when a grown-ass man complain about a pain that he have to maintain when all he got to do is use his brain and make a change. That's a goddamn shame. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Get up, nigga. Stand up, nigga. Wake up, nigga. Yeah, that's it.
Brothers and sisters, fire, 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 fire. There is a fire in the building, and we're not going to put it out. Oh,
what city are you in?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
I'm coming your way this summer.
Okay. I'm in Dallas, Texas, Cedar Hill, Texas. I'm about 20 minutes outside of Dallas, Texas, but it's all in Dallas County. That's exactly where I am, brother. That piece right there was phenomenal. You are dope. I'm telling you right now, like, you have a gift that is out of this world. That's the only way I can describe it. No, you're powerful. You are powerful. You're very
powerful. You know what's cold-blooded? I mean every damn word of it.
I know you do. And the way you perform and your intonation and your passion, I held on to every single word. Like, it makes me say, you know what? Look, wake up, nigga. Look, it makes that's what it makes. Okay. No, that is what's up. And I appreciate you for sharing that, because that is what our brothers and sisters need to hear. They need to hear the dilemma. You know, it's past pretending. It is now just, look, this is the diagnosis. You are suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and here's what's up. Like, oh my gosh, you know, and a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters, you know, they have what's called narcissism. The blame is everybody else's but theirs. And they do a good job of trying to make you think that it's all your fault. It's all you, you know, there's nothing wrong with me. You know, narcissists are crazy. And when you are not able to be accountable or look in the mirror for yourself and be able to, you know, be genuine about what you see, who you are, what needs to stay, what needs to grow, what needs to go. And, you know, being able to be honest with where you are in life can really help you out. And I think that when you speak, El Hakim, people listen, and people need to listen. And brothers, they need to hear you. They may at first be like, but look, you can't fight the truth for too long. You know, especially when it's good truth. It's good truth and it's real truth. But what you say, it impacts. It impacts, my brother. You're dope. You're dope. I'm so excited. Brothers and sisters, I told you, I continue to get blessed with meeting some of the dopest people through Instagram to come on the Sister Speak show. And you just heard why I have El Hakim on coming to the stage. My brother, that piece was dope.
Yeah, that's one of my classics. Yeah, that's one of my classics there.
Like, I can hear your voice when I hear you speak. It's like I'm listening to, I can hear you on albums, like CDs, like.
Yeah, actually, that one there is the one that A-Ball wanted me to the track I did with him. That's the one he wanted to. That's the one he wanted.
Yeah. No, that's like your voiceovers. That's you. Like,
oh yeah. I've locally, I did a lot of commercials. I've done narration on some document. I'm actually in the middle of doing narration on a documentary now about the Memphis music scene, the history of Memphis music.
That's amazing.
But that's all a part of the brand expanding. I'm pretty sure you've seen my videos on Instagram.
Yes.
You've seen the plan is to expand the brand.
Yes, so. Yes, and you and I have a lot in common, because you paint, I paint, I do voiceovers, you do voiceovers. I've done radio commercials. You know, I've co-hosted a previous show back in California. That's where I spent 25 years. You know, I've traveled all over the United States. My father was in the military, so I got to see some different things. And a few of my passions are painting, speaking, public speaking, you know, voiceovers, impacting the community, and teaching. I definitely love the youth, and I love to be able to, you know, sit down and speak to them. So I think that you and I have a lot in common, and we think alike on a lot of things. And I'm really excited that we got to vibe this evening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are dope, and you are definitely a family member of the Sister Speak show. So I just want you to remember that. What I need you to do now is tell everybody how they can get in touch with you on social media.
Okay, on Facebook, simply put in El Hakim, E-L space Hakim, and you're going to know it's me because there's no photograph. It's my logo. It's a black and white logo. You're going to see it as soon as it pop up. So on Facebook, that would be El Hakim, E-L Hakim. On Instagram, it's El Hakimism, and it's E ELHAKIM Basically, my name with ism on the end. No underscores, no spaces. ELHAKIM. Same thing, same name on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel. El Hakimism. ELHAKIM. And the same thing on Twitter. I don't really do a lot on Twitter, but I'm there. And the main thing is my website. My website is elhakimthepoet.com.
Okay.
ELHAKIMTHEPOET.com. And you can go to my website. I got several of my videos up, a little brief bio, and I got if you want to download some of my tracks, I got those available. And later on this week, I'm gonna be putting up adding a page to my website regarding the tour. We hadn't discussed the tour yet. Can I talk about the tour?
Of course you could. That was going to be my next thing. I was going to ask for you to tell everybody what's next for El Hakim the Poet. So definitely go ahead and tell us.
Okay, right now at this point, I'm focusing all of my energy. I'm in the fundraising mode right now, so I'm running around the city raising money from all my supporters. I'm launching what's called the El Hakim the Poet East Coast Expand the Brand Tour. And basically what that is, I'm talking about, this is just me going out on my own. I'm not affiliated with any production company or any management. This is me hitting the road like I used to do back in the day, but it's a little bit more structured. I'm gonna start out in Atlanta, and basically what I'm doing, I'm hitting all the open mic spots, all the spoken word, poetry related venues, events, starting in Atlanta. I'm leaving Atlanta. I'm gonna hit a couple of. I'm not sure in the cities in North Carolina. I'm sorry. Yeah, North Carolina and South Carolina. I know I'm going to Charlotte and Durham and Raleigh and whatever else I can get in between. I'm also going to be going through Virginia. I'm going to be going definitely. I'm going to spend most of the time in Baltimore, Philadelphia, and DC. And I'm also going. I don't have any connections in New Jersey and New York yet, but by the time I make it up the coast, I'm gonna have me some connections.
Definitely.
So basically, what it is, I'm taking my time and doing a 6-week tour because basically I'm doing exactly what my slogan says. My plan is to expand my brain because I feel like what I'm talking about really needs to be heard. I'm really passionate about it, and I don't hear anybody else talking about these type of things. And we got people that have microphones that reach millions of people, yet they say they're hard, they say they're gangster, but they're talking about little soft stuff.
Yep.
So I'm taking it upon myself to hit the road, and after that, after I knock the East Coast tour out, then I'm coming down south, coming back through Tennessee. It's going to be some time in between. I'm going to take a little break. I'm coming through Texas, Alabama. I'm going to wear the South out. And after the South, I'm going north. Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota, Indianapolis, and my last day is going to be the West Coast tour. And by the time I get through it, I'm giving myself about 2 years to do all of that. A little less than 2 years to do all that. And then my brand should be expanded to the point where I can really be vocal and speak on some things that won't nobody seem to speak about in depth and have some type of effect. So that's what it's all about. But the first thing is the El Hakim the Poet East Coast Expand the Brand Tour. I'm kicking off January the 2nd. And can I plug my fundraising?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm just a regular dude from Memphis, you know what I mean? So I'm raising money to make this tour happen. My goal is to raise $7,000. And so basically I have a campaign going on GoFundMe where I'm trying to get 1,000 people to donate $7. That just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Out of all my Facebook friends, all my Instagram followers, and just people that I know and whoever may be listening now that feel what's going on, go to not YouTube, GoFundMe.com/help El Hakim Tour. GoFundMe.com/HELPELHAKIM TOUR. And all I'm asking, now you can give what you want to give, but all I'm asking is for 1,000 people to give me $7. And that'll fund the tour to get me kicked off because I'll be making money on the road and all that to keep it going. But that's what I got going on now. I've dropped everything else I'm doing. I haven't been doing a lot of writing. I haven't been doing a lot of performing. I'm basically focusing on getting this tour going because I got to expand my brand. I feel like I got something to say, and I got to say it on a platform where I can be heard. So, and I'm gonna create the platform myself. So that's what's going on right now.
That's what's up. You got to put yourself on, and you know what, my brother, I support what you got going on. I cannot wait for you to come to Dallas, Texas. I got some hookup in Charlotte. I have hookup with Rome DiCarlo, Lauren Shalair, and Erica Lynette, but I think she's already moved out here to Texas, and Poetic Lee. They've all been on the show. They are all spoken word artists. They are all dope, and they are all throughout Charlotte, on the scene. So,
that's what's up. We're gonna get together on that.
Yeah, I will send you, and I'll connect with them and let them know that that y'all need to connect. So when you get ready to come out there, you already have some point of contact, so you can kind of navigate through Charlotte a little bit easier. Now, I think that's something that I want to be able to do to make your transition to North Carolina smooth. So,
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. What I want to ask you is, did you have a good time on the Sister Speak show?
I'm gonna tell you, first of all, it's like I've been knowing you. We're talking like I've been knowing you. To answer your question, yeah, I had a great time. But I'm gonna go into the details because I'm a poet. That's what we do. But the experience is it's not. I forgot I was on a radio show. I thought I was talking to a friend of mine.
Oh.
So that was beautiful. You know what I mean? And it's that's why the conversation flowed so well, because I actually forgot I was on a radio show. And so that tells me a lot about your personality.
Thank
you. Know what I
you.
mean?
Thank you.
And it was beautiful.
Thank
I want to do it again. So it's up to you though, but I want to do it again.
Now, El Hakim, the poet. Now you just doing my show for me. I'm getting ready to say, see, look, number 3. I want you to come back on the Sister Speak show. You already are considered family. So I would be honored for you to come back on the Sister Speak show. Not one more time, but several times as we continue to grow. Because one day I expect to meet all of my special guests, because I want the Sister Speak show to be a show where my guests come in, we sit down, we talk, and it is filmed. So I expect to grow. I expect to elevate. And another thing I wanted to tell you about your brand, because the Sister Speak show is syndicated on Amazon Alexa, that means that this show is heard internationally. So you are able to, come into homes all over the world through the fact that this show has been syndicated through Amazon Alexa, which is pretty big. So,
that's what's up.
That's what's up, right? And I'm really grateful for it. So, that's what I tell all of my special guests. Look, like, you're coming on a show that people can listen to all over the world now through Amazon Alexa, which is a popular device. And, this got picked up with 49,000 other, podcast. Well, no, actually 49,999 other podcasts through Spreaker. So I was really excited to wake up to that email. And I knew that would mean so much more for my brothers and sisters that come on the Sister Speak show. So I'm always here to help my brothers and sisters expand the brand, promote what you've got going on. I'm never intimidated to put somebody else on or to interview other people, because I know what is for me is for me, and that the Most High and the Most High God is not a midget. So I'm good at what I'm doing. Right. So anyway, is there any shout outs that you want to give before we get off this phone?
Man, I want to give a shout out to everybody that took the time to listen to me talk to you and to listen to the art that I put forth. And I just want to let everybody know that things happen in this order: thought, speech, and action. Before anything happens, somebody got to think about it. They're going to discuss it, whether internal dialogue or talking to another person. And after that, things start to happen. So keep that in the front of y'all mind, and love yourself.
Yes.
When you get to worry about loving anybody else, love yourself unconditionally. Because you ain't got no love for yourself, I don't know what you're getting other folk, or you can't give what you ain't got.
Well, basically.
And give me $7.
Look.
Give me $7,
Look. Now, give this brother $7, and I need you all to please go to his GoFundMe page and go to his social media platforms and support this brother. You heard him. Enough said. You heard him this evening. We were blessed this evening to have El Hakim, the poet, on coming to the stage. Every single one of my special guests is absolutely phenomenal. And I have yet added another one to the listening shuffle for you brothers and sisters, and we're gonna have him back, because don't we like talking to him? Don't we like listening to him? Like, he's absolutely dope, and I've had a wonderful time. Where did the time go? I could still talk to him for another hour, but I know that we need to go ahead and get off the phone. So my brother, I really appreciate you calling in from Memphis, Tennessee. I expect nothing but great things for you. I'm excited about your East Coast, your West Coast, as well as your South tour. I know that you're going to go East, South, West, and we support you. Brothers and sisters, spread the word about El Hakim, the poet. Share with your brothers and sisters this episode. Tell them how to listen to Spreaker, how they can also get in touch with El Hakim, the poet, and book him. Book him. Book him, and don't be afraid. Book him. And look, this is only for the serious minds only. Actually, it's for every mind, because we want the minds who are not focused, the minds who are in an oppressive state, to be renewed and delivered. So we want you to come out too, to listen to El Hakim, the poet, so he can help you get your stuff together.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. So my brother, this is not goodbye. This is just going to be simply that I will talk to you later. And I'm going to send you a copy of the show once we get off the phone and once I end the show.
All right, I appreciate you. Looking forward to talking to you some more.
Okay, you have a good evening.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye. Talk to you later. Oh, brothers and sisters, I am so excited. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Brothers and sisters, he in California just for a little bit, but this brother was absolutely dope this evening, and I am so excited that I got a chance to interview El Hakim, the poet. Okay, I'm so glad that you, my brothers and sisters, got an opportunity to listen to El Hakim, the poet, this evening. He broke it on down. Support this brother with his Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go to his GoFundMe page. Support him on YouTube. Get to know who El Hakim, the poet, is. He's getting ready to start a tour beginning in January, and he's coming to a city near you. And in order for him to come to a city near you, this is a completely independent project, but you can help this brother with his tour by donating just $7. Just $7. 1,000 people to donate $7,000. This brother will be able to hit some major cities and some major states and be able to shed some light, shed some wisdom, drop some knowledge, and be able to, interact with you and hopefully, which is always the goal, to help change your life. Okay, brothers and sisters, let's give it up one more time for El Hakim, the poet. Fire! Did you guys hear my notes? I try to hit them. Anyway, brothers and sisters, you've been listening to Coming to the Stage. My special guest this evening was El Hakim, the poet. I am your host, Ayana, with the Sister Speak Show. Look, I almost said Ayana, like I don't know my last name. I am your hostess, Ayana. We are recording live from Dallas County, Texas, and I am so excited to be here this evening, and I'm excited to talk with you all. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening so far, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Look, this time of year, a lot of things get crazy. A lot of people get desperate. A lot of people do desperate things. And a lot of people get caught up in their feelings because they choose to celebrate a holiday. We are really, my brothers and sisters, supposed to be celebrating holy days. And, when you get caught up in these holidays, a lot of things can occur emotionally and financially and spiritually. And I really want you, brothers and sisters, to take the time out to figure out what you should and should not be celebrating. Is it conducive to who you are as a brother and sister? Who taught you these things? How did you learn them? A lot of times people don't want to give up celebrating Christmas because they like to receive gifts. That's how you can get a lot of people to participate in certain things, by having gifts be a part of what it is. I really want to challenge you, brothers and sisters, this evening to elevate your mind. I'm saying that because around this time of year, a lot of people get caught up in their feelings, and a lot of people end up, in dire straits, especially because, a loved one has fallen asleep and, they're grieving, people are grieving or whatever it is. I really want to challenge you all not to let the elements in the environment make you get out of your mind and make you get emotional to the point to where you're no good. No committing suicide this year. No committing suicide any year. Some of you are struggling to get gifts and struggling to do this and struggling to do that. But I'm just got to ask you a question. Who told you to struggle? Who told you to struggle with this? Who told you to participate in it? A lot of you don't want to hear this. A lot of you are probably looking at the phone like, I do this. And that's why we're suffering, brothers and sisters. We have gotten away from what we're really supposed to be doing. We have gotten away from holy days. And as I transition and learn what all of the holy days are and what we're supposed to be celebrating and what we're not supposed to be celebrating, the more I learn, the more I can share. The one thing I just want to tell you, brothers and sisters, that my mind has been renewed, and I am learning things and unlearning things. And so as I learn, as I said, I'll teach you all. But I really want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, to come up out of the generational curses. I really want to challenge you to stop doing what your oppressors taught you to do. You have no remembrance of who you are and what you do and how you're supposed to do it. It's called a curse. The Bible speaks clearly about what El Hakim was speaking about this evening, about white supremacy, oppression, and choices, and who you are as a human. The Bible clearly is a book written about us, for us, by us. Anyway, brothers and sisters, the time has been well spent. I thank you for listening once again to Coming to the Stage. This Thursday on the tour, my special guest will be my brothers and sisters to the Sister Speak show. This evening, for some reason, my show keeps reconnecting. So I apologize for the technical difficulties that you may be experiencing on the other end of this podcast, my brothers and sisters. Anyway, I want you to have a good week. Drink some water before you go to bed and when you wake up, and I want you to pray without ceasing. I want you to come up, come out, come over, and come into something better than what you're in. Don't fret, because all pictures are developed in the dark room, especially the old school pictures, okay? And if you're in the cocoon, guess what? You're coming out. You're getting ready to emerge. You're getting ready to fly. Oh, I'm so excited about your seasons that are approaching. But in this season, my brothers and sisters, hold fast and hold your peace and get some wisdom about yourself. Wake up, my sister. Wake up, my brother. This is Ayana signing off from the Sister Speak show. I hope you have had a good time, and I will talk with you on Thursday, okay? On the tour. You have a wonderful evening. Take care now.